Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mary with Resin Me Up. I want to revisit this fantasy film thing. I have this mold here, and it has like a filigree design in the bottom, but if you look real closely, I don't know if you can see it, but let me see if I can point it out to you. I'm going to flip it over this way, you might be able to see it better. It has the word love in cursive in there, and then, you know, it's got this filigree, you know, design in and around it. I don't know what I want to do with that yet, but I do know that I want to heat this up with my heat gun, and I want to show you how I do that. And the color of this fantasy film is called Aurora Borealis, and I want to heat it up, show you how I do that, and then I want to cut it so that it fits inside of there. And then I'm going to mix up some resin, and we're going to put that right up next to that, and then we're going to mix up either a really dark red or a dark pink, and we're going to put that on top of there and see how that comes out. So that's my plan. So we'll see how this goes from here, but I wanted to show you what this looks like. And when you put different colors behind it, like when you put white behind it, see how it changes to like a purple color, and then when you put black behind it, it turns gold. So it's just kind of strange. But and I've got my finger things on to protect my fingers so that I don't burn them. So I'm going to turn my heat gun on low, and then we're going to give this a shot. So it's going to get loud for just a few seconds. And you want to go in a circular motion when you heat this up. And then once it starts getting hot, it starts doing its thing. And then if you want to create some really cool designs in it, if you just take it and crinkle it just a little bit and then heat it, it folds over on itself like that, and it makes some really cool designs. And that's why I have these on, so I don't burn my fingers. And then it kind of just takes off from there. Isn't that neat? And you can turn it over and isn't that kind of cool? And then it just gives you that really cool, wherever I bent it like that, it just kind of creased it a little bit, and then it's made, and then when the light hits it, it gives off different colors. So now I'm gonna cut this to fit inside of this. I'm gonna get a pen and draw around it. See how well I can do this. Easier said than done. All right. And we're going to get some scissors and we're going to cut it out. It's something I've learned with this. Whatever side you want down, that's the side you need to cut up, because it doesn't fit both ways. So because I cut it this side up, that's the side I have to put down like that. So now I need to take some alcohol here and just wipe off that pin, because it'll wipe right off and it doesn't hurt the film. And when you're doing that with the heat gun, you have to do it on a hard surface. I just use a old glass cutting board, and it does just fine. Alright, now I'm going to mix up some resin, and I think I need to come down in the heart just a little bit. Just like that. Yeah, so it's going to look like that. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some resin, and then I will be right back with you. Be right back. Okay guys, we're back. I feel like you guys are like so far away. Hopefully you can see. Alright, got the resin mixed up here. Already spilled some. Let me get my finger guards off here and get some gloves on. Okay, I'm just going to put a little on the bottom here, just enough to cover. And get rid of any bubbles that may be there. I sprayed it with alcohol, but doesn't always mean anything. Ouch. What's that doing there? Okay. Try my heat gun first. So there's just a few hanging in there. Just around that filigree. Okay, spritz. Looks good. I don't see any bubbles. Okay. Now, we're just going to lay this in there. I love that color. It's like a pinky blue color. Push all that air out from underneath it. Looks like it wants to crinkle there in the middle. Don't know if I put it in there the right direction. Board must not be level. It keeps boom, 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 booming. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add some more resin on top of this. Get my hands cleaned up here. Alright. Now we'll wait for this to cure, and we'll come back in the morning and we will mix up. Haven't decided yet what color, if I want to do the pink or the red, and we will add that on top and then decide, and then that'll have to cure, and then we'll decide then what we want to do with the filigree. Okay guys, we'll see you in the morning. Okay guys, sweet dreams. Hopefully you can see that. I always hope I have you in frame. Gosh, I just get to going and I don't pay attention. But alright, we'll see you in the morning. Good night everyone. Sweet dreams. Good morning, gang. We're back. I just absolutely love this. Isn't that pretty? Such pretty colors in there. Okay, I went ahead and mixed up my resin to put on top of this, and what I used was the Resin Dark Magenta alcohol ink. I used 10 drops of that, and then I used the Resin dye in the ruby red, and I used 10 drops of that. So, and I got this color, and it's kind of a purpley red, which is what I wanted, because as you can see there's lots of different purples in there, so I kind of want to bring those colors out, hopefully. Cross your fingers. So we're going to go ahead and pour this in here, and I'm going to spray a little alcohol on that and see. Ooh, pretty. I didn't want it totally opaque. I wanted it to be a little transparent, but I wanted it to be dark. Such a pretty color. And I mixed up 50 mLs of part B and 50 of part A of the Estoyo. As you can tell, I'm really liking the Estoyo. And I can't remember if I've used the mixer on video yet, but oh guys, that mixer is so quiet and does such a great job. It's amazing, that mixer. So quiet. Put the hair in there. So quiet. Just cannot get over how quiet that mixer is. So if you want a good hand mixer, that's a good one. And I don't even think it's that expensive. I got the battery operated one, and it's, I think, like, I don't know, can't remember the price on it, but I think it's under $20. But it works great. Takes, I think, 3 or 4 AAA batteries. I know they have one that's rechargeable, but I got the mixer with the resin when they sent it out to me. So, and I know it comes in a kit with the resin, if you get a kit. And then when this cures, I'm going to put it under my curing machine. And when this cures, I'll come back and we will work on those details in that filigree and see what we want to do with that, depending on what it looks like on the front. So we will see you back when this cures. I mean, it'll be a while for me, but it'll only be a couple seconds for you. So I'll see you back when we're ready for that. Okay guys, see you in a little bit. Okay guys, welcome back. We're ready to take this out of the mold. I just love that color, isn't it pretty? I should probably get gloves on. I don't want to put fingerprints on it, because it might still be a little bit soft, but not too bad. Okay. Wow, that looks completely different, doesn't it, than what it looked like when we had it inside that mold. It looked blue and purple. I mean, you could still see kind of some of the pinks and stuff in there, but wow, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so what should we do with that filigree? I was thinking, I've got metallic markers. I don't know how those would look. I also have copper, which kind of looks pink, maybe. Get a piece of paper here so we can see what it looks like. And I can already tell you, I'm not going to like that. It's more of a mauve color. I don't like that. I have gold, I have silver, I have white, metallic, I have regular white, I have black, let's see, I even have whatever color that is. Doesn't really say, but I don't think you'd be able to see that very well. I have purple, pink, blue. Did I say silver? I have silver. I have green, like a really light green. Orange, black, what do you think? Let's see what some of these colors look like. I'm going to put you on hold for just a second and shake up some of these pens because they take a little bit to shake. I'll be right back. Okay, look what I found. Well, here's the green. It's a real light green, but I also found a copper color. What do you think? Or should I just do the, gosh, I don't know. Guess we're not going to know until we just, like, try it. Okay. Let's give her a shot. And it's a fine tip, so let's see what I can do here. Okay guys, I got it all in there. I had to bring it up close to me, so anyway, it's all in there. So do we think we should do something with the rest of the filigree? Because if I put a top coat on this, that's going to disappear. So what do you think? Not quite sure. Because the clear will cover it in and it'll just look like the rest of this and you won't even see that. Let's see, we got some purple, some blue, some pink, some green in there. I don't know. And the blue that I have is a light blue, so it wouldn't look, I don't have any dark. Now's when I wish I had those pasta paint pens. and I don't think these would stick. I'm almost sure they won't. I mean, that's a pretty color. For the outside edge, it's not too dark. Just kind of gives it a little bit of color, so it's not. I always forget I have these, even though they're sitting right in front of my face. I'm wondering, micro brush. Get a micro brush. See, this is why these videos are always so long. Because I get started on something and this kind of looks like a watercolor. So I just added a little alcohol to it. I like that. Because I don't want it to be thick, I just want it to be a slight coat. So it's kind of shimmery. Sometimes you just have to play with things till you figure out what the best thing is to do, huh? I just had a thought. Did I push record? Oh, Lord. Leave it to me. I bet you guys sit there and laugh at me all the time, don't you? Because I'm always doing such silly things. This is a really cool technique. Not too thick, you know, you don't want it covered, you just want enough on there to make it shimmery. Just using alcohol. So it's kind of like a water color type effect. And let me show you what I'm doing here so you can see. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking a little powder out of there, dipping my brush into the alcohol, and then I'm just mixing it. Just like that. And then I come back to this and I just rub it on there. And this mica powder is dark, but it's also light enough that it doesn't like fill it in, if that makes sense. And it doesn't overpower it. I should probably do this on a piece of silicone versus paper. Because the alcohol probably breaks down the silicone. I'm gonna use this coaster here. It's my dripper coaster. Okay. And as you add alcohol, it just keeps picking it up. See if I can wipe those out since I got that in there. I apologize, guys, my nose is really running tonight. Trying to keep it from under. Okay. Where was that other one at? These are so hard to see. Oh, here it is. Now, got to figure out Okay guys, I think I got them all. Okay, there we go. I think that'll look really cool. Now I need to go and mix, or let that dry, and then I need to mix up some resin, and then I'll put a top coat on this, and then I am going to wait until the reveal so that you can see what it looks like when it's dry. Okay, I'll put a top coat on it, and then I'll come back when it's completely dry so you can see the whole thing when it's done. Alright, we'll be back. Bye. We'll be back, I promise. I'll show you the whole thing when I get it all top coated. Okay? Night. Good afternoon, my peeps. Welcome back to Resin Me Up. Guess what? Our little heart is done. Are you ready for the big reveal? I am so happy with it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Would you just look at that? It is absolutely gorgeous. Those little, that little detail that we put in there is subtle enough that you can still see the filigree, but it doesn't overpower the piece. I am in love with it. Beautiful. And that copper color in there brings out the copper in all the colors in the background. I just love it. I got fingerprints all over the back of it because I've been handling it. Love that color. Just gorgeous. Absolutely love it. Love, love, love. So there you go, guys. A new technique and everything. Wow. Okay, I'm so happy that worked. Alright guys, well that concludes this project. Now, I have on the next video, I have a new mold from Let's Resin, and so I'm going to be doing a video on that. So that'll be my next project. Of course, it's still within Valentine's lovey-dovey stuff. So we'll work on that next. But what I want to say is I got big news. And the big news is I've reached 1,000 subscribers. Yay! And it's all because of you guys. So I would like to pay it forward back to y'all, and I would like to do something for you. Obviously I can't do something for all 1,000 of you, although in my big heart I would do something for all of you. So what I'm thinking I would like to do is I am going to put all of your names in a hat, and I'm going to draw out 10 names. And then when I draw out those 10 names, what I'm going to do is I will send out a message on my YouTube channel of who those 10 names are, and what I'm going to need from you is for you to email me at my email address your addresses, because I'm going to send you a little surprise in the mail. So, with that being said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for you guys getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate it more than you know. So when I get all those names, those 10 names drawn, then I'm going to send you a little gift. And then I'm going to do this when I reach a big milestone, and 1,000 subscribers is a big milestone for YouTube. And then I think the next milestone is either 3,000 or 6,000 subscribers. I don't know. I'm not all YouTube-ish with all the stuff. I wasn't even paying attention, and YouTube had to tell me I reached 1,000 subscribers. I didn't even know. So I guess that's a big deal. So anyway, I want to pay it forward and do something for some of you. And of course, I am always grateful to all of you in that respect. So I will get names drawn, I'll get them out, and then I'll just need you to send me your addresses, because I'm going to send you a little something something in the mail as a thank you for getting me to that 1,000 subscribers. So on that note, we will move on to the next project and see how it turns out. But I love, love, love this. It is absolutely stunning, and I hope you like it too. So I will see you all in the next video, and let me know what you think in the comments, guys, because I'm ecstatic over this little project. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, alright guys, have a great day, and we'll talk at you later. Bye, y'all.